Hi everyone, it's Marcia with Buy Sell Plan. Welcome back to another plan with me. I will be planning for the week of May 12th and recapping the week of May the 5th. So this is my planning task card where I have outlined the order to do my planning in so that nothing falls through the cracks. All right, this is available in our shop if you are interested. I did take out some real estate tasks because I know that that doesn't suit everybody. And if you are interested in this, but you need it to be more custom for what you do, then let us know. We can do that for you. I printed mine on vellum and then laminated it because I like that transparent look. All right, I get asked about this a lot, so I just wanted to let you know. And I just want to preface this video by saying all of the inserts that you see in here are from our shop. Okay, so I will link that below, buysellplan.ca, if you are interested in functional planning inserts. They are all in there for you. And then before I get started, I just want to say that this is the Vintage Aurora Dusty Blue binder by Franklin Planner. It's called Franklin Covey Compact Size. It says Franklin Covey on the inside cover. So it is the Franklin Covey binder, but the company is called Franklin Planner. I know it confuses people. So franklinplanner.com, and then you can find their binders in there. I love their real leather binders. So this is the Vintage Aurora. I believe they still have the Dusty Blue, and they also have a chestnut brown. So with the Vintage Aurora binders, they don't always have them. So once they sell out, they don't restock. So if you are sitting on the fence and you really like the layout of a Vintage Aurora, make sure that you get on the website and order. They come in classic size, which is half letter, and then compact, which is this one here. I use personal wide sized inserts in my binder. The Franklin Covey compact ones are about 1/2 inch to 1 inch more narrow. And that's just too narrow for me. The personal wide is where I have planner piece because it gives me enough room to write everything. And I don't mind that there is some overhang with the tabs, right? Because the Franklin Covey compact inserts are meant to be so that when it's closed, you can have a pen in both pen loops and it's not going to touch your inserts. But I really only carry one pen with me in my binder, so I don't mind this at all. So just wanted to let you know that I get asked on Instagram all the time about my binder. So I thought I would just quickly share that with you. I did do a recent planner flip, a detailed planner flip of this binder, and sharing with you all of the goodies inside. I have since added some things and taken some things away, but it'll give you a really good tour of the binder and everything in it. Okay, so first up is recapping last week. So we're gonna recap my task card, which is right here. So I use this task card to put in my non-negotiables, right? So ideally, like if nothing else were to happen in the week, these are the main tasks that will move the needle forward for me. So I really like this, even though I do put tasks in like here on my weekly dashboard, but they're not always non-negotiables. I do transfer these on here, but sometimes I'll add some more. And then of course, all of these tasks that are not day or time specific, but these are my non-negotiables. So let's recap that, and then I'll recap my numbers. I don't even think there's anything to recap as far as numbers. Okay, so let's go through what my wellness goals were. And they were to focus on my evening routine. Every night I set my goals when did I do a weekly plan with me last week? I think I did, or was it I think it was my monthly where I recapped April and set my goals for May. I'm not 100% sure, I don't remember. But I really wanted to focus on my evening routine for sleep, right? So yeah, if I'm doing an evening routine early enough, then I will be in bed at a decent hour in order to, be well rested the next day. I find for me, I'm in perimenopause. I am so tired and fatigued most days of the week. I have some days where I'm just on fire and I'm very energetic, and then I have other days where not so much. So yeah, so sleep has been a priority for me. I do sleep like 8 to 9 hours every night, but I'm not always getting to bed before midnight. And that's the goal, right? To help the sleep be more quality and to help me sleep through the night, because I tend to wake up like 2 or 3 times a night, which can affect my energy the next day. Now, how did I do with that? Not so well, as it turns out. So Monday night I did great. So the goal was Sunday to Thursday, because that's like the work week. So I did great Monday night, and I think Sunday night as well. And then I either didn't check it off, or like I went to bed at midnight on Monday, and then I don't even think like I went to bed at 2 here. Like what? I went to bed earlier last night, but I didn't write it down. Anyways, so that's an X, because I wasn't consistent with that. And then yoga challenge, I'm doing pretty good with that. Let's see, yoga challenge. So has it only been twice this month or this week? Let me see. I feel like it's been more than that. So this is the week of the 5th that we're recapping, right? Yeah, so it has been only 2 times. I did 3 times last, the first week, and then I just did twice this week. So my goal is 15 to 22 times where I'm doing yoga specific. Well, this here is exercise 3 to 5 times a week. So that'd be 15 to 22 times that I'm moving my body, but I am also focusing on a yoga challenge. So I printed this out, Sarah Beth Yoga. You can find her on YouTube. She has a lot of, at least I think, still has a lot of free classes, I think. That's where I started with her, and then she started an app, and so I pay for her app every year, so I have unlimited workouts. But you could try yoga, or just sarahbethyoga.com, I think. So I printed this out. I want to do a Yoga Lattes challenge to really focus on core strength. So I've done 5 of the classes so far, and I'm enjoying it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I'm missing one. I'll have to figure that out. But anyways, so that's how I'm doing with my yoga challenge. So I did twice this week. So that's a win for me, because I have not been really consistent with yoga. So the challenge is helping me so far. And then my other goal was to research hormones, not research hormones, but research like natural ways to support my body through this transition. And so I did do that. And I did purchase a tonic. It's like dandelion, artichoke, and something else. And this just drops that I put in my water. So we'll see how that goes. It does say on the label, which I didn't notice in the store because the font is so small. I didn't have my glasses with me, but it says not to use if you have high or low blood pressure. I have low blood pressure, and which I get really lightheaded. So the first day that I put it in my water, it made me very lightheaded. And then day 2, I was fine. And then last night I was really lightheaded again. So I don't know if that's PMS or if it's from the tonic. Still figuring it out, but I'm moving in the right direction as far as researching that. I do have a follow-up appointment with my menopause doctor and my naturopath this summer. So in the meantime, I'm wanting to find ways, not just sit on my heels until I have those appointments, but be a participant in my healthcare, if that makes sense. All right, so for real estate, my goals were to plan listing reels, and I did do that, although I haven't had time to edit them or get them up. We put 3 properties on the market this week. Go through my watch list and my hot list in my CRM. I've had no time to do that. Content plan, I've had no time to do that. And then status certificate, follow up on that, and I did. And we firmed up. We sold a condo a couple weeks ago. It was conditional on the buyer's lawyer reviewing the condo documents. That's what the status certificate is. So that's all done. We firmed up on that. And then for buy-sell plan, I have not done anything with buy-sell plan yet. I did do section covers actually, but I haven't had time to focus on. I might still do dated weeklies because in June we want to, or for July, so in June we want to be able to launch a few inserts effective for July 1st. So dated weeklies is one of them. Section covers is another. I'll give you a sneak peek. Let me know in the comments below if you like them and if there's anything that you would change. So here's for goals. Now in the shop, it would be blank here so that you could write in your own sections, because I realize you're not going to have the same sections as me. So that will be blank. If you want it typed in, you'll just have to send us an email before purchasing. And then we will do that for you. Okay, so here's the goals. It's not 100% done. Like, I'm wondering if the background needs to be more brown, and then making sure it's double-sided. So this is just a prototype. This is me putting it in my binder to see how I like it. And I haven't printed it on vellum yet, so I do need to test that out in case people want to print on vellum, but I love the flowers and everything. Okay, so that's goals. Here's business. Here's the schedule. The notes. Again, these are my sections, so remember that will be blank. Here's my real estate section cover. And then here's my personal section cover. Yeah, so they are a work in progress. So let me know in the comments, do you like them as they are? Is there anything that you would change? Do you want them double-sided? I'm also thinking of, I've seen this in the community where it's like you have two, like it's like a bookend. So you have one, says notes, and then you have all your stuff in between. And then at the very end, you will have another one that says notes on the back. So it's sort of like, you know what I mean? Like a bookend, if that makes sense. So I don't know. I've got some ideas, but finally I've been working on these for a while. And I'm quite pleased with them. When I printed them out and put them in my binder, my husband was like, "Oh, those are cute." So he liked them too. So that's good. All right. And then I had no time to work on my consulting. Oh, I really want to get that going because I'm going to be offering planner consultations for people who would like guidance on building their perfect planner. And then also business planning for people in sales, like helping you set goals and, you know, all the things. So that's how I did with those. So let's go here and see what I can highlight. So I did do the new listing promo content, although I haven't posted it yet. Exercise 3 to 5 times. I only read once this week. Haven't done my manifestation journal yet. And then Ryan and I have not done a budget meeting yet. Okay. So I'm going to have to transfer some of that. I mean, it's Saturday today as I'm filming this. We'll see. I am going to do my manifestation journal, though, this weekend. Let me write that down. So my manifesting journal. Read again tonight. Oh, and then follow up. I didn't do any follow up this week. It's been busy. Lots of phone calls, lots of inquiries, coordinating things for a new listings, should say. Okay. And then as far as my numbers, there's really nothing to add in here. No new contracts were signed. I didn't go on any new listing appointments this week. Like one contact there. That's it. There's been no... There has been follow-up. Like I have a new buyer that just got pre-approved, so I've been following up with him to get the buyer paperwork done and coordinate when we're going to start looking at homes now that he's pre-approved. But other than that, there's been no follow-up. So no numbers really to analyze. Current month's goals. So let's see. Here are my current month's goals. So this is my action plan. I just wanted to share with you that it comes from setting my goals here. So these are my quarterly goal planning inserts where I plan, after doing my business plan, I set my goals for the year and then break it down per quarter and per month. Okay, so my May goals are here and they are here. That way I don't have to keep flipping back to this. Although I do for my quarterly goals, because I do want to review what my quarterly goals. So I'm going to put this here to mark my page. But as far as my May goals, so consulting format and back end stuff, we've had no time. My husband does all of the back end stuff for both of our businesses. So it was all real estate this week with our 3 listings. So we've had no buy sell plan time, unfortunately. New inserts to launch in June. Haven't been able to focus on that yet. And then promo pics and videos for both businesses. I did do some promo pictures for buy sell plan at the very beginning of the week. So that is started. So that's good. And then my wellness goals, natural remedies for hormones. I am working on that, working on sleep, and then movement 3 to 5 times a week. That shouldn't be hard. I've already worked out twice this week. Twice, I think, plus, yeah. So 2 designated workouts. And then yesterday it wasn't like exercise per se, but it was, we're at our cottage right now. So I vacuumed, we took the cover off of our patio furniture. And so I vacuumed every single cushion and the base and we cleaned them to get them ready for the season. So that took a good hour and I was sweating. I didn't set it in my watch, I should have, but yeah, so that is 3 days of movement this week. Okay, and then for real estate planning ahead, we did really well with that with our 3 listings this week. So nothing was last minute, top follow-up, and then videos and reels. So yeah, I'm off to a good start with some of these things and some I haven't had time to tackle yet, but I will. And then as far as where I am for the quarter so far, let's see. Inserts, all sizes. I think we're pretty much done. I think we are pretty much done with that. But I'll confirm before checking it off. I started with my rate card, finally. I just have to fill it in and kind of design it, but I have the main points. Manifestation journal, content calendar. Haven't set up our content calendar yet. We really need to just sit down and get that done. I wanted to read 3 books this quarter, so I don't know how that's, I mean, we're 2nd month of the quarter, so I know I can do it because I'm a fast reader, but it's just the motivation, I think, the mental bandwidth, right, to do it. I've been doing my monthly market updates, have not set up my A5 yet. Want to do a monthly budget meeting. We haven't done like an actual designated meeting, but like we talk all the time. But yeah, I want to make that more of a structured thing. Routines, I've been doing well with my habit trackers as far as setting them up and checking them off. And then HDX, that's my human design course that I'm in. I wanted twice a month. I want to make time for that. And I don't know. I've got so much on the go. I'm finding it hard to fit in like personal things. All right, let's set up my compass. All right, let's set up my task card for next week. So setting next week's goals. All right, so for wellness, to go to bed by 12. So really making sure that I'm focusing on my evening routine to help me get into sleep mode and relaxation. Movement 3 to 4 times and then more rest. I found this week when I would feel tired, I would push myself and then I end up having a setback and I need to stop doing that. And then for real estate content plan, top follow-up, and then get our new buyer going. And then for buy sell plan, did I say buy sell plan here? Real estate. Oh, also we have new sellers too. They've been decluttering and doing repairs and fresh coat of paint and all of that. So they've been sending me pictures through the week. So I need to follow up and just see like, you know, how they're doing. Are they ready to go on market? And we probably need to go and see it in person as well to make sure that they are in fact ready. Okay, buy sell plan, data weekly, section covers. So I do want to finish the section covers and get those in the shop, and then rate card, get that done. So those are my main three, my main areas. And then the focus is, it really is about, yeah, it's 4 here, but like 3 and 3, and then 4. I got to keep it simple, otherwise it won't happen. I need scissors and I don't have them with me here, so I will cut those in a minute. Okay. All right. Oh, and you know what? I need to fill this in. Okay. Let's look at my master task list. Nothing in there that I'm going to be transferring at this time. And then it's time to transfer tasks and schedule next week. So I'm going to take out next week's inserts. Okay, I'm done. I've got my top tasks here, top follow-up, work routines, personal routines, and other routines that I want to make time for. And then as far as, why isn't this sitting right? There we go. As far as schedule, have offer presentation for one of our listings. We got a preemptive offer, so we're now looking at offers on Monday. Wow, this listing that we have has been crazy busy. So many showings, so many calls and inquiries on it. You just never know until we get a house on the market how buyers will respond. And wow, this one is really, really popular. So yeah, so we've got offers on Monday for that. And then Tuesday, broker meeting. I've got a couple personal appointments. And then I have to do my showing feedback because of our other listing that we have. Offers are on May the 14th. So the next day, and then showing feedback. Yeah, showing feedback because we have offers for our other listing, which has also been really good, but this is $1 million house, so it has a different demographic. The other one is a $500,000 house, but this one has had really good activity as well. So yeah, we should hopefully get them both sold this week. And then the other listing that we have is a lease listing. So we're currently coordinating for that. Oh, that's what I was going to write down. Should be done Tuesday. We have it being freshly painted right now, and some small repairs that needed to be done. Lease repairs done. So I'm going to follow up with the handyman there to make sure that that is all done. And then we're cooking with gas, as it were. And then we'll be having it cleaned on Wednesday. So I do need to send a lockbox code. I will send the lockbox code on the day before. All right, that's done. I am scheduled next week. Yep. So that's how I do a plan with me, where I recap the previous week and then set my goals for the next week and my schedule, and then I'm good to go. So there are some things on here that I transferred that I still might be able to get done today. For example, I still haven't transferred, like I have a ton of room on my phone. I've got over 500 gigabytes. So I'm not out of room on my phone, but I have a lot of photos of other people's houses that I don't need access to on a daily basis. So I just want to get those off my phone and put them into the cloud so that when I do need them, they're there. But yeah, it's just clogging up my camera roll. I have so many photos and videos in there. So when I'm, want to do, make some content with some B-roll that I have in there, I have to go through all of these, people's houses. And even though I have, hang on, I can't talk and do this at the same time. I have them in category. So I have like based on address, like in my camera roll, right? And I have all my B-roll in its own, what do you call it? Like its own section. I can't word right now. You know what I mean? But it's still a lot to go through. So yeah, if I can make it more simple, that's the goal. Okay, if you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you for watching and being here. If you are new here, I hope you will consider sticking around and subscribing if you enjoy functional planning content. I do all sorts of other kind of content too, but mainly functional planning. And for those returning, thank you for being here week after week. I appreciate you. And I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Bye.